a wonderful place to taste all these Pinots from around the world blind, and with a group of wine lovers as well as trade, and to really get that interactive response about how diverse Pinot Noir can be and how different people's palates really prefer a whole range of styles.
We know there are 12 wines. We've got the producers' details in a booklet, but we don't know in what order they'll be served.
It's a great chance to see a range of wines, to see how the Australians, the Kiwis, California, depending what you've got, and the Burgundies, how they're all shaping up. And I think for the public, they seem to love it. They come every year. It's a great chance for them to have a look at wines they wouldn't see otherwise.
You're assessing the wine for what's there in front of you in the glass, not swayed by a label that says Grand Cru or some fancy French name on it. It's about what's in that glass at that point in time and assessing it for what it is.
And what I love about SIPNOT is it's about the expression of Pinot Noir, nothing else. It's not saying that wine is better than that wine. You might have a preference on the night, but that's all it is. I think that's a great way to look at Pinot. It's about difference.
Well, SIPNOT has become something of an institution in Australia, and I think the lovely thing about it is that unlike many of Australian events which are highly competitive, this isn't actually a competitive event at all. And so everyone can look forward to tasting the wines, being able to discuss the wines without anyone saying, well, you're a moron.
When we first started, so many people were interested in picking the Burgundy. Now, they're interested in just looking at a good wine. They want to pick up and dissect and have a look at what's a really interesting, beguiling Pinot.
Pinot Noir is probably the most seductive of all the grape varieties, because when it's really right, it's better than anything else in the world. But when it's wrong, it's really, really bad. And so there's this kind of magic that comes with Pinot Noir that no other variety is able to give, I think.
If you look at fine wine auctions and a lot of private tastings, it seems like Pinot Noir is the hot grape variety of the moment.
It goes with a lot of food, it's really flexible. They have so many different styles. It's one of those ones that just really makes you think about it a bit more than some of the other grape varieties.
As a grape variety that polarises opinion so much, and if what somebody loves the other one hates, and I saw that on our table as well, I think if you've got the diversity of style and not knowing what the wines are, I think it creates open and honest discussion, and I think that's what SIPNOT is about.
I mean, this is such a good tasting in the way that it gives us the chance to just dive right into the diversity of Pinot, and we saw it all tonight, and that's what's always fascinating about this tasting.
The challenge is to still, as it's always been, to distill the earth and their site into a wine. That challenge doesn't change, but you're certainly in the next 15 years going to introduce another generation of wine drinker to Pinot. So SIPNOT will always be needed from that point alone, that there will always be new drinkers, and there will always be new drinkers interested in Pinot. That's what SIPNOT's for in my book, and the rest of us just get a really good tasting.